a Sunni entity, and it is based on some real concerns that the Sunni population has in Syria and Iraq. And as Thomas Friedman put it, ISIS is not just, of course I can't read this, is not just riding on some jihadist caliphate fantasy, but also on some deep Sunni nationalist grievances. So that's the first thing we need to keep in mind. Second, they want to end the post-World War I colonial boundaries that were created by the British and the French in about 1917, 1918. Those are artificial boundaries that created states that were not rooted in any 1917 or 1918 reality, and those boundaries led to rather corrupt and oppressive governments that are still with us today, which leads us to our third point. ISIS wants to eliminate the corrupt and oppressive governments that we find in places like Syria, in Lebanon, maybe authoritarian regimes that we see in Jordan, unrepresentative regimes in Lebanon. So ISIS wants to get rid of the oppressive and artificial governments that were put in place by the imperialists. Third, or that was third. Fourth, they want to return to traditional values. We hear a lot in this country about traditional values. Well, guess what? ISIS wants to return to what they consider to be their traditional, non-Western, non-European values rooted in traditional Islam that they believe were present in the pre-colonial era of 1917 on. Consequently, we see an ISIS that is rooted in genuine, relevant grievances. They are tackling some of the concerns. They resonate with the population and to a great extent. And so they are creating a viable state that provides the services that we expect states to provide. They are providing employment, services, they are providing security, they are making, if you will, the proverbial trains run on time, they are providing justice in their own way. Consequently, all of those things that we find of a concern by ISIS is actually rooted in, to some extent, real grievances that the Sunni population has. See you all next semester.